I am currently in Japan right now, and we decided to rent this beautiful RV to explore more of the remote areas around Osaka. We picked it up last night in the city, and it was a little stressful driving, to say the least.
Wait, what?
I just don't know if I...
No, but can you show him the map? What if we can't fit under it? How are we gonna get out?
I'm so tense right now. I'm gonna have to really climb out of this window.
Oh, thank you.
We also had to get appliances while we were in Osaka. We got a bunch of camping gear so that we could cook while we're staying in this van. We found the little cooktops, so now I just have to find the cheapest one since we don't really even need it outside of these 4 days. Oh, do they have a jet boil? Oh, they have
Right
jet
there.
boil. I wonder if we should get a jet boil.
And then just take it back.
Yeah, because jet boils are amazing. Can we get this one? We got everything we needed to at this store. We got a pot, a pan, a cooktop. There's still a couple things we need to get, but it's getting late and we want to get to our campsite before the sun sets. And I'm sick of being in the city, so let's get out of here. Just like in the United States, we're using the app iOverlander to find a campsite.
There's a lot of sites in Japan, actually.
We bought a bunch of water jugs, so we should be stocked for the night. We have groceries. They drive on the left side of the road here, and it has been pretty overwhelming to get used to, honestly.
Do we do tolls or no tolls?
I think we can do tolls because they have an e-card there.
Oh. What if we can't fit under it? How are we gonna get out?
I don't know.
There's not another option.
I could just open the door. I realized that. I'm gonna open the door.
Hi, Tori. Hi, Tori.
Hi. Thank you.
We're in an RV.
I can't believe we have a home. Driving was very difficult, more difficult than I could have ever anticipated. We went through a whole saga with the toll roads that we accidentally went on. We are deep in the mountains now. There's no one around. We're at this beautiful overlook. It's pretty late. We're hungry, so we're gonna make some ramen. Oh, do we need a lighter? That would be so bad. We definitely don't have a lighter.
I mean, it would just suck. We would just have to not use it tonight and then get a lighter in town.
We would survive.
We have sandwich.
No, I think that that's the lighter.
This is so pretty to me.
It's really beautiful. We got some great camping gear for 4 days.
It's like high quality stuff.
I know, and
I think that we should just send it back with your family.
We've been storing all our ramen packets up here. We loaded up on so many of them. Should we get the same flavor?
Got the same flavors.
Oh my god, okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a ramen packet in each of these bowls, and then we'll just pour the boiling water on top. And we totally forgot to get a knife, so I am going to be ripping broccoli and tofu into our meal. Oh, careful.
It's so good.
I love this tofu. I feel like a rabbit right now. Oh, yours is really fast when you do it.
Oh, perfect.
If you guys are new here, I live in my van with my girlfriend, Tori, who's right here. I've been living in that van for like 4 years now, and for the last 2 weeks we've been traveling around Japan through hostels and with our backpack, and something about being in this RV is so familiar. The silence around us at this remote campsite, going outside and peeing, and then looking up and seeing the stars, that's a very van life experience. So in this van, unlike the van that I live in the United States, you actually sleep above the driving area. It's pretty cramped, but let's see if this works. We have 2 sleeping bags, which is good because it's actually pretty chilly in the mountains where we drove to. Can you throw me the pillows, Tori? Oh, shit. And then we drove 2 hours to this beautiful spot in the mountains. We're gonna explore the city near here, which is actually where a certain sect of Buddhism originated. So there's so many beautiful temples to explore, and I'm really excited about that. But first we need to fuel up, so I'm going to eat some food. I'm gonna try this egg sandwich from a vegan restaurant called Mercy Vegan Factory in Osaka. I'm really excited to try this because I haven't had an egg sandwich while I'm here. The bread here is really soft and they don't have any crust most of the time. That's really good. I'm honestly still pretty hungry after eating that egg sandwich, so I'm going to make some curry and rice on the little stove we bought yesterday. But first I thought I'd give you a really quick run-through tour of this new RV. Welcome to my new home. This is our little kitchen area. We have a sink, a lot of counter space, extra counter space, and actually above here is the bed. We slept here last night, but we ended up putting all of our stuff up here, all of our bags, because we have another place we can sleep, and we're gonna try that instead. This was comfortable. It's just we need to put our bags somewhere and it kind of makes sense. Over here we have the bathroom. We have a dining area where we can eat. This also converts to a bed, which we'll be doing tonight. So this is the setup. It's pretty nice. I love it so much so far. This week we spent a lot of time in Koyasan, which is the birthplace of Shingon Buddhism, and we even got to meditate under the guidance of a monk, which really reminded me how much I'm missing a daily meditation routine in my life. A couple years ago, I actually did a meditation retreat where I meditated over 100 hours in 10 days, and it completely transformed my life. After that, I had a steady routine where I was meditating for 15 minutes to an hour every morning. I learned that meditating is the best way to start my day, and it provides so much peace and equanimity that I bring into my day-to-day life. But I can't always do 10-day meditation retreats or meditate under the guidance of a monk, so I got this app called Moments of Space, which has really been helping me keep a daily meditation routine, and it's completely transformed my life. The app focuses on awakening through its structured, skill-based journey through the realms of body, mind, heart, and space. The premium version of the app has eyes open guided meditation, which I love to use when I'm walking, while I'm traveling, or hiking. It allows me to be really present and aware of my surroundings in my daily life. I absolutely love the journey feature, which rewards the moments you do without punishing you for missed sessions, and my absolute favorite feature is the buddy feature, which lets me connect with other people like my girlfriend Tori to support and motivate each other on our meditation journey. Moments of Space is moving towards a community-owned structure with a vision of co-creating awakening with its users. 20% of total shares will soon be owned by the community, and Moments of Space has already funded a number of community-owned power projects that align with its mission. So if you're interested in this, you can download the Moments of Space app on the App Store, and I've also left the link in the description box of this video. I'm just gonna mix the rice and the beans. Is that okay? But it'll be nice to have.
Is it good? Really? That's a win.
I cannot get over this view and the noises of the birds. Ever since we got to Japan, we've been seeing so many of these strawberry sandwiches, and we found a vegan version at this restaurant. We bought 4 of them. God, it's so good.
It's just so soft.
After egg sandwiches, strawberry sandwiches, and curry, we are finally properly nourished. I swear to God, the portions in Japan are so much smaller than in America, and we're not used to it, so we have been like starving always. That's how I feel anyways. Do you feel that way?
Well, I think it's also the fact that we don't eat as much as we would if we had a full kitchen available at all times and like ingredients at all times, because we like eat 1 meal a day and then we're like wondering why we're starving.
Now we are going into the town of Koyasan. We're gonna check out some of the temples, so let's go. We are filling up gas. We actually tried to come here last night, and the gas station, the pumps were like hanging from the ceiling, so we couldn't get our own gas. We made it to the town of Koyasan. It's also known as Mount Koya. I don't know, we honestly didn't even know this town existed until yesterday when we drove through it, and it feels like we stumbled across this beautiful hidden gem. This looks like it's a cemetery, and there are actually cemetery tours around this town because the person who started this sect of Buddhism was buried in one of these cemeteries. I'm sure there's a lot of information about that and really cool things to learn. I was talking about how all the landscaping around here seems so detailed and well thought out. They literally placed leaves in a like walkway around it, and I don't know, everything that just seems like it has so much meaning. And the trees are all perfect, like everything is just perfect here, it seems like. Tori was saying she doesn't even think they do landscaping, it's just the spiritual energy of the place making everything perfect, which may be true. We just came across these beautiful red bridges that Japan is known for, and we came across a sign that said this is the way to the Kiyata Inari Shrine. I'm glad we looked this up because I vaguely remembered from my last time in Japan that you had to wash your hands before going into the temples and sacred spaces. Tori just looked it up and you have to wash your hands and your mouth.
Hold the dipper with your right hand to pour water on your left hand. Switch hands and pour water onto your right hand. Switch hands again, touch your left hand, and pour water inside of it. Use that to rinse your mouth. Do not
We stumbled across this place called a Koyasan. You can stay the night and have an experience with monks and do some meditations. We're gonna try to do a meditation tomorrow, but we just walked inside and explored and found this book, and it's English translations of the founder of Koyasan, and these are his poetries and prose. And I really like this one. It says, "Do not falsely believe that the flower indifferently blooms each year, for it now blossoms as a result of seeding in years past. Branches and trunks soar skywards, not at random, but as a result of a variety of causes. It is only a flower because you happened upon it in early spring." There's a lot of really beautiful ones in here though. I feel like a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but I actually did a meditation retreat. I did this a couple times. It's called the Vipassana meditation retreat, where I meditated for 100 hours in, actually over 100 hours in 10 days. So that's like 10 hours a day. We couldn't talk to people. We couldn't journal. We didn't have social media. We didn't have our phones. It was really intense, but I feel like I learned so much about myself through that process. And the way I would describe it is, if your mind is a map, most of the time we're only exploring, or we're only familiar with one city on that map, and there's an entire world in your mind that you don't know about unless you explore it through meditation and spiritual practices and stuff like that. And being here and just being around all the monks and the temples and this energy and environment really is reigniting in me this desire to get that as a part of my daily practice again, really. Tomorrow I think we might do a meditation in town with the monks. It is so late and I'm very tired, so we're gonna convert this to the bed.
so much better. Like a king size bed.
Do you need airflow? Do you want the window open still?
No.
These things that hold back the curtains are actually really nice.
Oh, they're magnetic.
Oh, it's like such a home in here.
It's a cute little lamp.
But look, Tori, if you have this, you could work out. We're gonna go to bed. It's like almost 11 p.m. and Tori has a meeting right now because of the time change. We're gonna have to, or she's gonna have to stay up for that, but I'm going to start going to bed and I'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna explore more of this little town. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Maybe we'll meditate in the morning too, who knows?
Yeah, maybe we'll meditate.
I asked you guys on Instagram to ask any questions you have about van life in Japan, so I'm gonna answer them here before we go into town. If you wanna be involved in this in the future and you have any questions, be sure to follow me on Instagram because that's where I ask all the questions. Please tell us toll road and RV rental costs, ease of renting and finding overnight camping spots. The toll road was a disaster, as I have already shared, but we ended up paying about 3,000 yen, which is $22 US for the toll road. Once we got on the toll road, with our specific route, we couldn't like not be on the toll road. It was really hard to communicate with them. We were holding up lines. I pay 1,320 yen.
先払いってわかります？先払いキャッシュオンリー。
Is this the correct way?
ETC カードはキャッシュ。
I would not recommend doing toll roads if you're in Japan. Ease of renting and finding overnight camping spots. Obviously, we can only speak to our experience, but it has been very easy. The last question is, how do you decide what to go and see? Do you plan ahead, everything, or kind of roam around? We are definitely roamers. We rarely plan ahead unless it's busy. For Japan in particular, we're here during Golden Week, which is this holiday season where it's very busy. So we did plan more in advance than we typically would. We booked hostels and hotels, and we didn't like it. We do not like planning ahead because then you're kind of trapped, and there have been multiple times where we have gotten to Japan and then we decided, oh, we don't actually want to go to Hokkaido. That feels too rushed. We actually really like it here. We want to explore more here. So we like lost money on a place that we rented in Hokkaido, and there have just been little things like that where we haven't liked that we've planned ahead, but unfortunately we had to do it because it's such a busy season right now. For the rest of our Asia trip, we have nothing planned, nothing booked. I mean, I've kept my eye on certain places, but because it's not going to be busy season, it's not going to be a problem for me to just book the next day or that same day. And that's the way I prefer it because we can kind of go with the flow. So I really like being spontaneous, and there's another element of it that I'm just not a good planner. I'm driving into town right now. We are going to do a meditation at a Buddhist temple. It's $1,000 or 1,000 yen each. Meditation was so beautiful. One thing that he said that really helped me is that when a thought comes into your brain, just view it as a pebble in a garden. Don't think to yourself, oh, I can't have this thought, I need to push it away. More think of it as, oh, I just need to set the pebble down and look at the whole garden. And I think it really helps because I don't like getting in a cycle of meditation where I'm getting a thought and then feeling shame for getting that thought. So that was a really great way to look at it. Now we're parked in front of this beautiful temple, and although I want to explore, I'm feeling so exhausted, so I don't even know if I have the energy to. We're gonna make ramen in the van and just kind of feel it out and see if we want to adventure tonight and explore this city. And if not, we're just gonna take it slow and, I don't know, have a night in the van, I guess. This feels like too big of a fire, I guess.
Wow, feels like we've gone into a whole other world with the van. I wish we had more time in it, honestly.
As you can tell, I'm no longer in Japan. It's actually a month in the future from when this video was filmed, and I'm in Bali now. We just finished up a group trip that we hosted here, and I wanted to share with you guys that we are hosting another one to Costa Rica in the winter. I'm honing in on the itinerary, and it is going to be so fun. There's going to be canyoneering and ziplining, and we're going to check out waterfalls. I'm so excited to meet more of you guys. So if you're interested in joining on that group trip, I have the link to all that information and a survey for you to fill out in the description of this video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please like because it really supports my channel, and subscribe because I post videos every Sunday. I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Thank you.